Alright, hi everyone. So in today's video of tutorials, I'd like to introduce you guys to for off and forEach. And these are both JavaScript, alright? And they're kind of like the newer syntaxes for the for loop, and they can be a bit tricky to master and use. So I'd like to introduce you guys to this. So I've made two arrays here called ages and words that we can use. So to start with, for off has a syntax like this. So we declare a normal for loop like this. Now in a normal for loop you do this, right? So for let I equal 0, I is less than, I'm just going to put this above this thing here. I is less than ages dot length and I plus 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 plus, and let's say we want to print it out. We'll do console.log ages I, right? And to try that, let's just open the terminal. And if you guys don't have NodeJS, it's basically a runtime environment, so you can like run the code in the terminal, so you don't always have to have a browser open, which is like kind of a thing for JavaScript, right? So node forloop.js, because that's the name of the file. So that's how it works. Node the file name, and it prints out the numbers as you see here, right? And that's just a normal for loop. Now for off is a bit different. You still have a bracket like this, but you do let, for example, age, let age off ages, and we're just going to console.log age like that. And if we throw that one out and then we run the code again for loop.js, it prints out the same thing: 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. So what this does is it loops through ages, and in this one it's going to be ages of index I, but in this one it's just going to be called age. So it's going to loop through this. The first age is going to be 11, it's going to print out 11. The second age is going to be 12, it prints out 12. The third age is going to be 13, and so on. That's how it works for off. And this also works with the strings as well. So if I do for let word of words, and we can do console.log word, and I'm going to clear that up so it's a lot easier for you to see. And if you do node forloop.js, over in string student microphone clock, and well, that's how it works. So finally we have the forEach, which is I think it's like a bit harder for people to use, but I think it's quite powerful and it's really a bit compact. So how forEach works is, so remember ages and words. I'm just going to do ages.forEach. That's how it works. And forEach, it takes up a function. I'm just going to comment this so like it's a bit easier for you guys to see. It takes up a function, right? And for example, we want to do for each age, and I'm going to call the variable age as well, the like iterable variable function age, and normal function syntax with these curly braces. And we're going to do console.log age, and I'm going to clear that again. Let's also clear these because you guys hopefully know what how for off works for now. And if we do node for loop.js, it prints out the ages as you see, and it's possible to call this age technically anything you want. Like you can just do like numbers and it'll still work because it's just a variable, right? So for loop.js, and it'll still print out that because numbers is just a variable that's going to be iterable for the ages array. And once again, this also works for strings, which I hope should be quite obvious. So I'm going to do a function and then console.log word, words, right? Oh, we're going to have to pass in the parameter word and then word. So node for loop.js, and it also works the same way. And basically, the function takes in words, right? So for each is like a function, I think, and it takes in words and it makes the iterable variable word, and it just console.logs it. So that's all for today. There's for off, and there's for each. So I'm going to clear, and thank you for watching.